all new Judge Mathis today.
I'm a talk show host.
You're a womanizer.
Yeah, I understand. I know sometimes you might need a second job.
When this TV stud gets caught in the act,
He had another woman over there. I was misled to believe that I was the only one.
he turns to the judge for help.
Life is rough. I just had to make do.
Sound familiar?
Life was rough. We had to make do. Don't try to quote my stuff. You stick with your television show and leave mine alone.
In the 70s, a kid from Detroit dropped out of school.
Life was rough. We had to make do.
Made the wrong friends, the wrong choices. He got caught. He did time. In the 80s,
My mom told me she was going to die.
he promised he'd turn his life around.
I made the law work for me.
Meet Greg Mathis, the young man who got a second chance and was elected judge. And now, the show that brings real life to the courtroom. Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis, real people with real disputes before a real judge, delivering real justice. Belinda Jones, the plaintiff, says she bought a cell phone for her ex for Father's Day, and he's racked up a bill he refuses to pay. The defendant, Cris Yearty, says the plaintiff was never his girlfriend, and the cell phone was a gift, so why should he pay the bill?
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Okay, Mr. Jones, you're suing Mr. Yearty for $615.90, alleging that he owes you this money for a cell phone
bill, right.
that he had in your name, and he failed to pay the bill?
Exactly.
That's not true, Your Honor.
All right. You're countersuing
Yeah.
her for $1,000, alleging
Right.
that she has harassed you.
Right.
All right, start with you first.
Okay, well, I met Chris at a cable vision talk show host. He was the host, and I was the researcher.
Yeah.
From there, he asked me to date him, and
Date you?
From
No,
that
that's-
date,
Your Honor,
from that
Your Honor,
date.
That's not true.
excuse
No-
me,
no date.
can I finish, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much.
Whatever.
Go ahead, ma'am.
Okay. Anyway, he asked me on a date, in which the date didn't proceed. We went to his house, which is right now. That's his
That's
friend.
not true. I never
went
asked
to his
for a
buddy
date. I
house.
never asked
He
for a
told
date,
you
Your
he
Honor.
was taking
went
you
to his-
shopping, and you ended up
Your
over
Honor,
his
I
buddy.
never-
Actually, he asked me
That's
on
not
a
true.
date to a
I never
poetry
asked for a
club.
date. We never
And
went on no
excuse
date.
me,
We never- we
excuse
don't-
me,
yeah.
please.
Yeah.
Calm down and
Sir,
shut up.
stop interrupting.
Thank you very much.
Ma'am.
You'll have your turn.
Ma'am,
Hey, listen.
Okay.
I'll do that part.
He asked me for a date. He asked me for a date, and we went to his house, Ronell's house, and we had a good time. And after that, you know, we had sex.
What? Oh,
We had sex, and from there,
No.
our relationship proceeded
Yeah,
to be
no.
that. That's basically what
No.
our relationship proceeded
What happened
around.
after the sex?
No. No.
That's what our relationship is based around. We had an intimate relationship
For how long?
for, well, let me see, okay. That was...
Was that bad? You can't even remember?
Listen, what?
Up until I stopped with the show.
How many months? You can't
About-
remember how many months you slept with this man?
Your Honor,
From
no.
February to August.
Can I talk now? Your Honor?
Okay, so
February to
almost 6
August.
months.
Can I speak?
Exactly.
It's a lot of
From February
Wait, sir.
to August, that's how long our relationship proceeded as far as to be
Okay,
a
so
sexual
how does the
relationship.
cell phone come into play?
No. You gotta-
Let her finish.
It was,
she tell the
it was
truth?
in June that I did get the cell phone for him, and I
Under
did,
what circumstances?
well, it was Father's Day, and I wanted to surprise him as a gift, and I called him on the phone, which, you know, she witnessed to, which is Artria Covington. And I called him, I asked him, you know, would you be able to pay the bill if I get you the phone? He said,
Not
of
true,
course,
not
okay,
true,
you know,
not
so it's like a
true,
verbal
not true,
agreement on the
not
pay
true,
phone.
not true.
So
Not true.
anyway,
Did he pay the bill?
Not
That's
true.
why you suing him?
you know, he
has not?
paid the first bill. He paid the very first bill.
Okay. And then
But
he hasn't
after
paid the
that, he
remainder?
hasn't paid
All right.
since
Sir,
then.
what do you want
Yeah.
to say? You're so anxious to tell us your side.
Yeah.
What is it?
I never asked her to go out.
That is
and
a
I got-
lie. Chris.
I got a witness right here to tell
You
you
all
right now. I
were
never.
not intimate for 6 months?
Nah. I mean,
You never slept with this woman?
it happened
me.
once. But it wasn't when
Once?
she, yeah,
Yes.
yes, once.
It happened
Once.
numerous times.
What?
It has.
Sir, talk to me.
Okay.
Ma'am, stop interrupting.
All right, it happened once, okay? And the bill, when she gave me the cell phone bill, it was, when she bought the cell phone, it was a gift. And we didn't discuss that I was supposed to pay the bill or nothing like that, Your Honor. Then when she came to me with the
That's
bill,
a
or
lie.
came first
I
bill,
called you on the phone.
I paid the bill for her.
Why?
I mean, I paid it. Why did I pay the bill?
Yeah.
Because she came to me and, you know, we was all right. You know what I'm saying? Then there was a lot of harassment going on.
Oh,
we was
he
all right.
was
At that time, we was all right.
making You're not
So
gonna get any kind of-
without no argument, I said, no problem, let me give you first bill or what. I pay half, really. Basically, it was half. She got one half, I got one half on the first bill.
Is that true, ma'am?
Yeah.
Did you pay half the first bill?
No, I never paid any part of the bill. None whatsoever.
Your witness wants to say
I
something.
was
State
there
your
when
name.
Belinda purchased the phone,
State your
and
name.
I was Artria Covington, and I was there when she handed Cris the phone, and she explained to him that the phone itself was a gift, but he was responsible for that bill, and
Your
he
Honor,
said
that's
it was
not
no
true.
problem.
That's not true.
I was there.
You understand?
and
Your
I
Honor,
heard it.
listen.
That is,
Yeah.
Anything else you wanna
I
tell
have a
me?
witness to this. How can you
I
say
got a
it's
witness
not true?
right
I
here,
have
too.
information.
You wanna bring your witness up?
Your name
Sir.
is
My
written
witness
on
right
the
here.
contract, Cris.
You want to bring your witness up?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
This
I
my-
don't know about the cell phone. All I know is
Well,
that
that's
she
what we're
harassed
talking about
him.
today.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard.
I don't know the situation.
I don't know if you heard, but that's
No.
what we're debating today.
Your
Cell
Honor,
phone.
listen. This woman here has been harassing me a lot.
Is the defendant trying to run away from the phone bill or the plaintiff? We'll hear more after this.
She came to his barbershop and gave him a little plaque in front of all his customers and everything. And the plaque
I
said,
support that,
and the
too.
plaque said, #1 loser.
Belinda Jones says the defendant owes her for an outstanding phone bill.
Well, let's see what your witness has to say. Maybe he has something redeemable to say. What?
I mean, she comes over my house and she's threatening to slash my tires, you know.
Oh my God,
She
that's
goes
such
to his
a lie.
barbershop.
I want to do that to you.
No, not to me. To my car because of him. I have nothing to do with the situation, but
that
just
is
because
a
she's over my
But
house.
this is your countersuit for harassment, right?
Right, definitely.
And
What
she
else?
comes to
Your
his
Honor,
job
they're
and
both on
she's
ego trips. They both
harassing
have
him in
an
his
ego
job.
trip.
She wanted to fight my cousin because she thought my cousin was messing with him. And she
fight-
come to his job wanted to fight my cousin. And
Wait,
that
first
thing she
I'm
was talking.
confused. I thought you were a talk show host.
Right. Well,
You at the barber, she came to your job at the
yeah,
barber.
That's
I
his
do.
full-time job as a
Right,
barber.
my
but he
full-time
does
job as a
host-
barber, and I do, you know,
You
the
do
whole slap
television
show.
and you're a barber.
Right,
Man,
exactly.
Okay.
Can
And
I
that thing
explain
that she's
something about the
talking about
harassment?
Father's Day,
Yeah.
she didn't give him no cell phone on Father's Day. As a matter of fact, on Father's Day, she came to his barbershop and gave him a little plaque in front of all his customers and
that-
everything. And the
Oh, I
plaque said,
support that,
and the
too.
plaque said, #1 loser
I'm gonna lose on it.
in front of everybody.
I
In
mean,
front
she
of
come,
his
she come,
customers.
she come. Listen, I got my guy that owned the shop. He had to kick out amusement, kick out the shop a lot of times.
How many times?
She's been kicked out of the shop
Like
twice. She
twice.
can't
She
even
can't
come
come
on
to
the
shop
same
no more.
block no more.
I used to cut her hair just to free, you know, cut her because it's my people's or whatever, you know, look out. I cut her hair for her because this time she have a job day. So I cut her hair for her. She used to tell me, oh, Cris, the haircut look good, this and this, right? Go home on the phone, you messed my head up. I don't want you to cut my hair no more. Next week she back in my shop again getting another haircut.
Man, what do you say?
know what I'm
This alleged harassment at his
Okay,
barber
about the
shop.
harassment, the very first time that I've ever, I guess I got aggressive with Cris was at the barbershop because simple fact that he had another woman over there.
But
and
that's
me
not
and
my
her,
girl. Why is she
excuse me,
concerned
could you
about
please
another
be
woman?
quiet?
She never been my girl. He a witness
Because
that. Was she my girl? Why would she get mad if I
Why,
was at the shop?
sir?
Anyway, when she came to the barbershop,
And I
we
got
met
more
at the
witnesses.
same
This court
time.
can't even fill up how many
And
witnesses
she
I got
spoke-
on that.
The other woman spoke to her first, and she told me about the situation. So I approached the girl, and we talked, basically. And then that's
You up
when
there start mess up in his barber shop about someone?
No,
And,
no,
Your
I-
Honor, you
why
don't know what the
you
kick
trying
is?
to
I
fight?
wasn't
You trying to fight
embarrassed
John, you know what the
like
kick is?
that.
Listen.
Not at all.
John,
I went to
Honor.
confront him in an aggressive manner. Yes, I did. But then, you know, we started shouting at each other and blah, blah, blah.
Who
He
shouting?
got
You
in
or
the
me?
car and he rode off with her. Okay, me and him talked about that. Well, I can't say talked about it. Well, we, you know, argued about it again on the phone or whatever because I called him up to talk about it. So, from there on, you know, I guess I forgave him because he told me that the girl was a friend.
Oh, I didn't
So-
explain myself to her.
Go ahead.
I never explained myself to her.
All right, sir.
I told you,
womanizer.
I never explained myself
But
to
you're
you. Because you was
womanizer,
never my
Cris.
girl. I told you that from the door, and there's no reason for you to ask
Anyway,
questions on anything.
so
She's your girl enough for you to accept that cell phone from her.
Now, a gift? Yeah.
How many times did you go up to his barber shop causing problems?
well, I don't cause problems.
Three
How many
times,
times
Your
did you go
Honor.
up
Three
there
times,
and have a
Your Honor.
confrontation at
Three
his,
times.
with him
Twice,
at his
and it was
barber
all
shop?
because of women.
Three
But
times.
for what
But
though?
you
Why
went
you-
out your way to go up to his barber shop to
No, I
confront him
wouldn't
about
go
women?
out my way. I was just so happened to come
Oh,
over there.
just so happened to be there three
and
times.
coincidentally, They will
Exactly.
be
She's on
there.
the other side of town.
And listen, and you know what, too?
I
And
would
he
go
can be
there
witness to this.
visit him, and I would go there to visit him because it's a public place, and I do
That's
get
not
my
a public
haircut
place.
from
That's
there.
his private business.
He was my friend at the time, so you know I figured out, well, you know I can come in and I can, you know, drop up on him.
Did they
and
ever
say
have
hi.
to
And at
escort you
times-
out as he stated?
Oh, please.
Yes.
What?
No.
I had
Yes.
to literally grab her in the
She was
chicken
trying to
wing
fight my
like
cousin,
this.
my
I had to grab her like
Did
this.
you bring a plaque saying he was a loser and present it to him in front of his customers?
That's another situation.
Did you do that?
Yes, I did, but that's not the situation.
And you know what thing? Check this out, Your Honor.
What's that?
This is a document that she claimed allegedly I signed.
You did
for
sign
the
Chris.
cell phone
Okay,
bill.
sir, it sounds
That
like
is
she
your
harassed you,
signature.
but you have to prove
That's
what
forgery
damage
if
you
it's
suffered
not.
from this harassment. I mean, what'd you do? You lose some of your other women or what? What'd you do? What's the damage?
No, the damage is when she did it, it was in a place of
some
business.
customers?
Right,
What?
exactly. In a place of business, just disrespecting me,
Do you
humiliating
have
me in
some
front of
customers
people.
that don't come there anymore because of your women problems?
Some, yeah. Yeah.
No, that's a lie. That's a lie.
A lot of your female customers don't come anymore.
Yeah, because of her, because yeah, exactly.
That's not you. Do you believe that?
Exactly, Your Honor.
That's,
Listen.
That's
I mean,
such a
she made
lie.
his parents
So,
move.
you gotta understand, you gotta understand.
Harass him. She made his parents move down to Florida.
That is not true.
You gotta understand, you know,
His parents
Yana,
to see this.
what? Life is rough.
Come on
I had to make do. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to quote
Life
myself.
is rough, I had to make do.
I'm trying to quote myself. You stick with your television show and leave mine alone. Now, what else you want to present?
No, so far, I mean, that's basically
How much did he pay
in the
on
bill.
the first bill?
That's what I want to present for
Give
you
it
right
to me.
now. This
And
is
what's
the
the
first
remaining
bill.
balance on the bill now?
$615.90. Simple fact that when he would say I will harass him, I will
look at
call
the- I
him.
mean-
Most of the time I would call him.
No,
You
fine.
should harass him.
No. Do not try to put that off on this bill. All while you were telling me about your confrontations with him at his
That's
place of
another
business.
side of the
Man,
story,
don't
but after
overtalk
that-
me. Don't talk when I'm talking. Every single instance you said that you went to his place of business and had a confrontation with him, it was over some other women. You said nothing about going there to ask for your money, which is the only reason you really should have been going there to ask for your money. Instead, you there harassing the man about some woman that's there talking
You know
to
why
him
she
or
asked
some
for
other
nobody, Your
woman
Honor?
you've heard
That was
about.
only-
No,
That
that
no,
was
why she asked somebody? Because
separate
in the first
situation.
agreement, a first agreement, we ain't supposed to pay the
I'll be
bill.
back with my judgment.
Yeah.
Who's responsible for the phone bill? Judge Mathis decides next. Cris Yearty says the phone was a gift, and therefore he's not paying.
Once again, Ms. Jones, you're suing Mr. Yearty for $615.90, alleging he owes you this money from a cell phone bill you had placed in your name, and he agreed to pay for it. You're countersuing her for $1,000, alleging she has harassed you at your place of business. She admits to going to your place of business a few times, confronting you about women that you were supposed to be involved with, and presenting you with a plaque in front of your customers and colleagues alleging or calling you a loser. And I would suggest that that is harassment. In any event, you probably were doing the females for free based on the way you present yourself today, so you ain't lose that much money. I'll grant you $200 on your harassment suit, ma'am. You were wrong. There's 2 left feet. With regard to your claim, I do believe he intended and agreed to pay you. And as such, I'm going to grant her amount. Minus your $200, you get a total, ma'am, of $415.90. That's my judgment. Have a good day.
There was no relationship, none of that.
That's a lie.
It's no relationship. She thought it was a relationship. I always kept honest with her and let her know how I felt.
You would never tell me that there
Did I
was other
say-
women. You know, we came to an understanding, but yet and still, you know, there was other women. I thought it was just me and you. You know, I'm a monogamous type person. You know that.
For her, she's a nut. Anybody that's dealing with this here, you're gonna have a hard time.
No, I'm not.
You gotta
I'm a
write it
very
down, have a
decent person.
contract on
In order to
y'all
get to a
relationship with her.
telephone, come
no,
on,
no,
that
get a
is a very
contract of how
sweet
she's supposed to do
person.
because she take things out of all, like just boom, blow it all up, just explode and do her own way.